I got a question on YouTube how to change your keyboard layout in i3. Depending on which regional settings you set up during the installation of your distribution, you will have that keyboard layout as well. To see the regional settings that you have currently set up, you can look at your setxkbmap file, and here, depending on your distribution, you will have more or less things added here. You can also look at your settings with locale.ctl status, which will give you a little more information. Here I'm on a virtual machine on Fedora, just because Fedora has i3 spin and I can quickly set up the machine. So as you can see, I have here US keyboard layout. The easiest ways that I found to set up your keyboard layout is with setxkbmap, a little program where you can define your layout. So currently I have US and I want to add, for instance, Croatian layout, and I want to shift with them with Alt Shift. Here you can put any shortcut that you want. And when I run my program, for instance, this is US layout, and if I press Alt Shift, this is Croatian layout. And if I want this to have every time when I start i3, I just add this line and that's it. Depending on which window manager you are using, this part will be different depending on how you start programs in config file for that specific window manager. And you can do the same thing if you want to have another keyboard variant. For instance, if you want to have Dvorak, this would be the command. To see all the possible keyboard layouts that you have, you would run this command, and then here you find your language. And to find out which keyboard variants are available on your distro, you will just run this command, and here you will get a list of all the variants that you can choose from. So this is very useful and it's easily done. The only thing that is missing is a little indicator in the bar of which keyboard layout you are currently using. So this part is only for i3, and I found this little program, i3 keyboard layout, that was written a long time ago, but it still works. So in order for this script to work, you have to download the script itself. So you can go here to download raw file, and you can put this file wherever you want. I will just put it in my i3 config folder and make sure that is executable. The one thing that you also need is to install i3 bar program. And now you need to edit your config and i3 status conf files. So in your config file, you have to add this line where Ctrl-Shift-X is the shortcut that I will be changing the keyboard layout. And then you just run the i3 keyboard layout script and you make sure you write the full path. And then you choose the languages that you want to switch. You can put more here, it doesn't matter. The next thing that you need to add in your config file is under bar. I will just comment this line and add this line, which is basically running i3 status with the destination to my config file, and then you pipe it where you run i3 keyboard layout to be displayed here. And in i3 status conf, you add this line under general, and you save all the files, and then you can log out and log back in just so the changes take place. And as you can already see, I have a little indicator of which keyboard is currently active. So here is the US, and now I press Ctrl-Shift-X, and now it's Croatian, and you can see the indicator changed. I think this is the simplest and the cleanest way if you just want to show the indicator on your i3 bar. I will leave links for the i3 keyboard layout and the commands I used in this video in the description. And that's all.